You want my man? I got next. Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass every place docking. Just jogging. Spend this holiday locked in. My body got ready to sports in the top.
Hi, this is Aldridge. I'm here in California doing the mocap for 2K, and I'm really excited.
What's up, Luca? How are you?
We're gonna get you right into it if you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Let's just do that.
Hello, how are you guys?
When we doing your helmet fitting, have you ever worn one of these guys before? Probably not.
He's adjusting right where we could have the most comfort, but that we're getting the most surface area of the face the entire time as well.
He has been fitted, and now we are going to get...
Coming to you tonight from the American Airlines Arena with a look high above here in Miami.
Hey, Kevin,
Everyone talks about the Heat culture. It is special. David, thank you. So the New York starting five. Toppin is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Jay, and it's Stewart in at the center position. And for the Heat, they've got Achua. Jimmy Butler is out there with Hero. And it's Brantley in at the four slot. And so the tip-off, it's Miami. You know, at this point of the year, what's the main thing Brand, a head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
I think at this point, the foundation that you've laid should be there. So now what you try to do is schematically, maybe you go through some different defensive coverages. You try some different combinations of players to make sure that guys can make that adaptability quick enough that if that becomes part of a playoff scheme, you're ready for it.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Here's Hero. Hard to imagine, but the stats are tremendous as he averages close to 27 points a game.
Hero sticking with it through contact. That's not easy.
Now here's Griffin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. It's going to be on Precious Achua.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Griffin hits them both. On offense, here are the Heat. Hero passes to Simons. From past the arc, buries the long-range jumper.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And Griffin slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Simons following the score by New York. Achua.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Miami's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter.
You wonder if R.J. Barrett could be the best player to come out of Canada. Now that's some high praise because I had many years battling against one Steve Nash. But R.J. Barrett has a high ceiling.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Hero. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. And Barrett's father playing for the Canadian national team as well as playing overseas. And Brent, as you know, his mother, a nationally ranked sprinter.
Yeah, an unbelievable family DNA and lineage around a multitude of sports, and it really helps to be a generalist rather than a specialist. Couldn't ask for a better pedigree for one RJ Barrett.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now, here's Butler. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And the Knicks making a change here. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Griffin. Up top, Barrett, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
Yeah, you could see that RJ had seen him open earlier and then got in the right spot to deliver.
For Miami, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Monk, the pass to Turner. Back to Monk. The 11-footer. A second chance effort. Kick out, no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
There's Winslow after the made shot from Griffin. Winslow, the pass to Turner. Pass to Monk. 6 to shoot. Back to Turner. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Barrett. The Knicks leading by 4. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
How about Hero? Gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
Here's Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And he comes up with the deuce.
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The Heat trail by 6. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And he goes in for the dunk.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Shoots. Hero, no good.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we spoke with Jimmy Butler not too long ago about...
These guys work so hard and they're young.
So New York ends up going with the new group. They've got Jimmy Butler. Winslow is out there with Hero. Then there's Achua. Oh, that was huge!
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Magic had a huge game. He scored 54 points and throughout the game took smart, efficient shots that found the bottom of the net. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
New York trailing. And he elevates with a slam. Justice Winslow did not like that.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Now here's Winslow. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Griffin against Winslow.
Oh, man. Caution. Slam him.
That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish. Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open. Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
41 seconds left to play here in the half. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's the pass to Hero. Butler against Barrett. Pass to Winslow. Just 5 on the clock. Aldridge with it. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Outside Butler. On the wing, Winslow. A 15-footer. And so it's New York with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots. And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
It's a solid blueprint.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Miami.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds in this game. Griffin's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Hero passes to Butler. To the left side wing. Miami needs to get a shot off. A three-pointer is right on target. Simons has got 20 points.
Well, this guy, Jimmy Butler, not showing that he's a ball stopper. Awareness finds the open man.
New York calls timeout. different look. Here's Simons. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Simons has got 5 points now this quarter. New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. To the inside. Here's Griffin. And the layup is good. And the Knicks lead by 3.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Turner. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. A nice shot by Simons.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Kicks to Turner. For the lead. The Knicks pull it in. Chapman's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Sampson's shot, good. Now it's a 4-point Knicks lead.
He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
Here's Simons. He's got 25. Here's Monk. And then Monk with the dunk.
I tell you what, Monk's ability there to finish in traffic shows some toughness, even though he was fouled.
A different look for Miami. Brantley's checked in, and it's Jimmy Butler in for Winslow. Free throw drops for Monk.
And part of yet another great Kentucky recruiting class, Monk declared along with De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, 2 other 5-stars. I mean, talk about an NBA factory. That school is always competitive.
The Heat trail by 3. Here's Hero. He's got 14. It's rebounded by New York. Stewart's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Here's Monk, and he gets it to go. Monk's got 9.
And I think it's going to be crucial that Monk continues to work on his playmaking ability. When he's dribbling the ball like that, he is tough to stop.
Oh, Griffin in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
First trip to the line for him here.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
And since entering the league, Tyler Hero has had higher expectations for himself than anybody else. And with that kind of size as a guard and his shooting ability, he very much will realize it.
Right back after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Monk is out there with Hero. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Achua. And it's Brantley in at the power forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Pass to Monk. 4 on the clock. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. To the paint. They double-team Griffin over Monk. Sampson kicks to Conley. Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
And it's Butler missing. The Knicks leading by 3. At the elbow, it's Barrett. Inside, Griffin. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Precious Achua.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Hero. Pass to Achua. And it's in there.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Here's Griffin. Again, what an avalanche!
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Now the pass to Monk. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Brantley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
And Miami making a change here. Simons is checked in, and a switcher also for New York. Toppin's checked in.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Here's Griffin, and good! He hits it again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. The Heat trail by 6. Outside Butler. This is it to Simons. Goes back up. Achua, no good.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And so here is New York. 6-point lead. Toppin passes to Stewart. To the middle. Here's Griffin. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Griffin's got 54 points.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
The dunk by Achua.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jay.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
New York leading by 6. Pass to Stewart. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Griffin's shot is good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Pass to Achua. Here's Simons. And it's off from three-point range. The Knicks have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Timeout called the Heat. They're trailing by 8. 1:29 left in the fourth. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Achua. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I was able to hear the Heat coach go over his game plan during the break. He said to them, guys, coming up, this is where the game could be won or lost. You need to make plays on both ends. Stay focused, stay locked in, trust one another. Let's see if they can keep that trust going.
Thank you, David. The Heat trail by 8. three-pointer.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Felt like he was getting more and more hungry as he got closer to the rim. Jimmy Butler just tenacious there.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Here's Griffin. Hits it again. Wow! 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The pass to Hero for three. Here's Bentley. Can't get it to fall. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking. Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Good on the first, and that makes it a three-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a four-point ball game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a two-possession ball game.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 4. We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
Here's Hero. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just one.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Second one is good. Both at the line. It's a three-point game.
Huge free throws. Bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
Hero passes to Simons. Here's Hero. Outside Butler. Passes to Hero. Can't get the three to fall. So a close game sees New York take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that about wraps it up for Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.
Thank you.
It looks right to me.
Does it look right to me? I'm going to show up to my next game, Aldridge.
Yes.
Hey, I'm Ben Bishop.
The John Hancock Tower rising above the bustling city of Boston and its tree-lined streets. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks for...
Thank you, DA. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Toppin is out there with Barrett. Then there's Jay, and it's Stewart in at center. And for Boston, Brown the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Then it's Noel. Then it's Marcus Smart. Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year? We're mid-season.
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP at the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you say, let it play out.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And pushing it up. Here's New York. Barrett is running. They double-team Griffin and taken away by Brown. Here we go, one-on-one. Takes a three. Knocks down the three ball.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. An easy 2 points on the layup. And that's now 6 points for Jay.
The defense is aggressive on him, but when you're giving up that much height, there's only so much you can do.
And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Yeah, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Outside Tatum. Shoots over Toppin. And he overshot that one, missing.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Griffin lays it up off the glass. Griffin's got 10 points in the game.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Pass to Tatum. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Here's Griffin. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Outside Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
Again, the footwork, the positioning. Tatum's a difficult cover inside.
And so Tatum nails them both.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
And Griffin slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Cisse defended by Griffin. The Knicks leading by 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
1:33 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Oh, you gotta love the explosiveness. Brown just eating up any lane to the basket he sees.
Knicks have gone 8 of 8. Hot start for them. Griffin goes in. Here's Sampson. Ball stolen. Passes it to Graham. They kick out to Brown. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Great physical and athletic tools. Brown's adept at pushing past contact.
They double team Griffin. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
41 seconds left in the first. Back to Tatum. Celtics passing it around. Claxton with the bucket.
Oh, impressive ball handling from Tatum. I mean, attracts the other team's focus and then finds the open man.
For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against the Heat at the American Airlines Arena. The shot's good from Griffin.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
Celtics trail by 5. Graham, the pass to Claxton. Cisse, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? One-on-one here. There's the lob to Brown. And Brown throws it down.
The near 7-foot wingspan of Jaylen Brown when he got hot. So this is a guy who can dunk innings.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end. A lot of games left to play.
And we'll be back with you shortly. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what some teams will make substitutions. To the inside, here's Warwick, and he makes good on the layup. Warwick's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Barrett. Jay out there with Conley. Then there's Toppin. And it's Chandler in at the pivot, manning the middle.
I love the awareness. Conley is adept at reading the defense and realizing when his guys are on cover.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Heat was a man on a mission. He ended up with 62 points, and his percentage was impressive, making a number of his free throws and field goal attempts. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, right. Now, I'm sure he wants to come out in attack mode. The other key for him is to continue to get to his spots on the floor.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
It's Barrett on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Left side, Griffin. They double-team Griffin for 3. Barrett. And it's Noel with the rebound. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. To the middle, here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go.
Going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. New York shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. "19 seconds left to play in the first half. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Graham in the corner. With the teardrop, he takes it up and lays it in. Graham's got his first points of the night.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
And so it's New York finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
We've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Celtics. Around the small forward with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Then it's Marcus Smart. And there's Nerlens Noel. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Here's the break. Off target from 3-point range.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. Calm down, play their game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scores. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game. Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones.
Inside, Griffin passes to Stewart. Over Noel. Stewart misses.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Sinks the 3-pointer. Smart's got 5 points so far.
And that's how you build confidence in your shot. Smart, able to set his feet off the catch and shoot.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. So it's... There's a minute 47 left here in the 3rd quarter. And here's Tatum for 3. The Knicks leading by 14. Here's Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Outside Tatum. Graham in the corner. Buries it from 3-point range. He's got 5.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Griffin and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And up the court from the Celtics on the break. On the pass to Thibault. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Thibault's got his 2nd basket.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync from each other.
And so Graham will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 11. Thibault can't get it to go.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Graham gets a wide open look. And again, Boston with the triple.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Oh, yeah, it's getting to them. The lack of communication, the lack of trust.
Celtics making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Claxton. Pocket 6. Boston needs to get off a shot. 3-pointer, Graham. It's rebounded by New York. They led by as many as 18 points. Oh, Griffin in position, and then Griffin with the dunk.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
That one's not going to go. And so it's the New York Knicks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Games like this, you find out.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Knicks leading by 13. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Jay is out there with Conley. R.J. Barrett is out there with Toppin. And it's Sampson in at the 4. And stolen by Thibault. Griffin with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Griffin leading the charge. It's blocked. And they're able to recover. Conley, the pass to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
Oh, man, a decent passer at the point guard position. Conley, the more he passes, the better his team is.
Boston shooting in this game, 45%. Pass to Thibault. It's Samart. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Brown is checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Devontae Graham. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that, am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural, others like myself had to evolve into it.
You're Smart. Toppin with the steal. It's tipped. They get it back. Sampson shot, good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The first free throw is good. Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Stewart's checked in for New York. And so he hits both. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And he hits the first of 3.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
It's good, and he's 100% from the line thus far.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And Griffin slams it in.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Dishes it to Smart. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum's shot is off.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Back to Griffin. And the rejection by Noel. And it goes out of bounds. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Tatum. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
An elite mid-range shooter. That's what he is. Even back in high school, Tatum will always have this in his arsenal.
And Griffin slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And it's Graham missing.
Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Quickly. It's hauled in by Thibault.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Smart misses. The Knicks have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for New York.
This is a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys will push their win column up to 55.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jay.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but just wasn't enough.
Griffin slams it in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Three-pointer, Graham hangs home the trifecta.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
So it's New York picking up the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Owens, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Ben Bishop, a senior producer on the NBA 2K dev team, and we're here at the motion capture studio today with Luka Doncic.
All right, roll mocap.
We're really excited to make him a part of the My Career experience. He will be interacting with my player in the city, which is part of the game that we're really expanding this year and making an immersive part of your career experience.
All right, welcome to our stage. We got Mike and we got Jesse. Take it easy on them, okay?
So I'm trying to get like your standing.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Welcome everyone to a great Sunday night with and the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Ball, and it's Bitadze in at the 5 spot. And for New York, Toppin is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Jay, and it's Stewart in at the 5. Well, you know, the playoffs are right around the corner, Greg. You think any of these teams change their approach for playoff contenders?
Kev, you know, goal number 1 is health. I mean, outside of that, you're looking at seeding. You're trying to fine-tune, but you want to just get it dialed in and get ready for what's about to be a marathon run, you hope, in the postseason.
Find that fine-tuning.
Don't sleep on Ingram as a facilitator. Has the size to see.
Oh!
Yes!
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. From downtown, it's hauled in by Stewart. Passes it to Barrett. Back to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Ball, the pass to Bitadze. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. The pass to Temple. Just 5 to shoot. He's is off on that one. The Knicks go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
You know what it is? That's good advanced scouting. They knew what they were in for, and they were ready.
Good on the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Temple. 23 points for him the last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Lonzo Ball picks one up. New York shooting their first free throws of this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Griffin hits them both. And here are the Pelicans now. They trail by 6. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
New Orleans making a switch here. McGuire's checked in. New York moving the ball around. Here's Barrett. It's deflected. Here's Stewart. Takes it off the glass.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Williamson. He's coming off a 22-point game against Orlando. Griffin draws the double. Shoots over Ball. And that one's good. Griffin's got 10 points.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Barrett brings the double team to the wing right side. Williamson from long range. Here's Ingram. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The key player involved in
play. Just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. They've got Toppin, also R.J. Barrett out there, and it's Griffin in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Barrett. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Ball. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. It's a 14-point game. Has to be touched. Here's Temple. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Now, here's Ball. 17 points in his last outing. To the paint. Here's Temple, and he lays it straight in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Lonzo Ball picks one up. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Williamson, that one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
Inflicting getting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pelicans trail by 12. Pass to Bitadze. Dishes it to Temple. To the middle. Bitadze with the bucket. Bitadze's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've repeatedly froze inside in the first half, guys. Oh, did you see that? Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. There's Bitadze. The Knicks making the shot. Right wing. Passes it to Temple. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision, plays with a good recognition and been very unselfish.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Jay, in that last matchup against the Celtics, put on a show. He ended up with 43 points, and he was efficient out there, whether it was from the field or at the free throw line. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And he'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, if it's
the power on that booting!
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here is McGuire. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Ingram. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And Griffin slams it in.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo!
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Ingram. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3. And so it's the New York Knicks going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done... We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for New Orleans right now, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Then it's Ball, and it's Temple in at the 2 guard. Ingram finds Ball. A fader. Toppin pulls it in.
And they continue to control the glass. And Williamson's parents, both college athletes themselves, were a guiding force in helping him grow his game.
Talking about growing his game, Greg, at an early age, Zion told his mom he wanted to be the #1 player in college basketball. As a 5-year-old, he played on an AAU team for 9-year-olds. By age 9, he was waking up for 5 a.m. workouts. That's the kind of commitment it takes to succeed, even that early.
Clock at 6. Ingram outside. No good on the triple. The Knicks leading by 11. To the inside. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Here Here's Williamson, and the jump by Williamson.
The defense can't stop a force like Zion. Once he's airborne, the slam is almost inevitable.
Barrett, fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Michael Conley, he's checked in for the Knicks. And a change for the Pelicans. Brosdakis is checked in, and that one falls for Barrett. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that, more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Ball kicks to Williamson. Back to Ball. Another shot. And it's good on the way in. Temple's got 6.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
And finished off by Griffin.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Griffin against Ball. And there's the pass to Brosdakis. Good on the three-point shot. Brosdakis has got his second bucket tonight.
This is why Lonzo Ball was drafted number 2 overall. Elite vision and size.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. It's hard to think of a player in this league with more of a pass-firstman. Passes to McGuire. Here's Gilbert. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 6 points for him.
Quality possession. Lonzo orchestrating right now, delivering a pinpoint pass.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Griffin.
And his work at the free throw line has been terrific tonight, making the most of his chances.
Pelicans trail by 8. Gilbert passes the ball. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. New York's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Rejected by Ingram. Ball with a wide open look. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And now it's just a 4-point New York lead. Here's Griffin. He has 29. And he uses the glass on the lane. Griffin's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Pelicans have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
If you're a point guard and you want the ball at the end of games, you have to knock down free throws. That's something Lonzo Ball is working on, in my opinion.
Back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Griffin attacking, and the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Page has got 4 rebounds in this game. And for the Pelicans, we've got Lonzo Ball. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. Ball, the pass to Page. It's up a 3. Nailed from three-point land. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Some coaches might not like taking the 3 on the fast break, but he had the open look and buried it.
Here's Griffin. He doesn't hit that one. Excellent D there from Ball. And for the Pelicans, their shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looks good from here.
A nice shot by Griffin.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And just a loss of concentration there, and they're going to pay for it with the over and back.
When you're thinking about the next play, rather than being in the moment, these kinds of mistakes happen.
The Knicks making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. Back to Griffin. And Griffin slams it in.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
To stop the run. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, is really paramount.
Bitadze with the bucket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Aggressive and physical. Barrett creating the contact there to draw the foul. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Pelicans trail by 12. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Ball. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
I love how hard Lonzo Ball plays. It's what's allowed him to overwhelm the defense right there.
New York calls timeout.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And so Griffin will bring it up for the Knicks. At one point, they led by 16. Griffin draws the double. Back to Barrett. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 5th assist in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Dunks aren't always for the big fight.
Serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Down low. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Williamson.
The explosiveness gets Zion through the contact. Defender didn't stand a chance.
Here's Griffin. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Griffin's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
Inside, and the dunk by Williamson.
This is why Williamson's teammates love him. He makes them look good on these.
Connects again.
Once again, he's reached the 40-point mark as there has been no slowing him down all season.
Well, GA, with all these 40-point performances, he's close to matching the mark for third most 40-point games in a single year.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
New York leading by 12. Here's Barrett. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 6th assist on the night.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
Here's Williamson. Again, the Pelicans score.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Here's Griffin. Here's Stewart, and he dunks it down.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Knicks.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys, and what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jay.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
.104 left in the game. Ball against Griffin. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
And then Griffin with the dunk.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And the dunk by Williamson.
I love how efficient Zion is. Dependable at picking smart shots to take.
Here's Griffin. Yep, that one goes in there. Griffin's got 47 points.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Ball. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. Pull up Jay. And too long on the shot. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. And that's his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Temple dishes to Williamson. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.
ain't been the same since.
Angel moves in place, sizing up. Action. Action. Take one, float around, catch, set, go up.
These rims are not super forgiving, but like it makes it look easy.
So triple strat to start, and do whatever you do in game. The Luca flare.
And a glimpse of the team as they arrive. A well-dressed and well-groomed group. The Houston Rockets making their way off the bus in anticipation of tonight's game. Our broadcast tonight coming to you from New York City, amid all the hustle and bustle of the streets of Manhattan. Hi, everyone. We're coming, and the Houston Rockets starting five. And for the Knicks, Toppin is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Jay, and it's Stewart in at the 5 spot. And in these late season stages, Doris, there are always a few surprise players that step up their game.
There's a real rhythm to the NBA calendar, Kevin. And this is why year-round conditioning and your year-round calendar matters. You know, the deeper you get into a year, there are certain players who get stronger because they put in the time and the commitment in the offseason, and they've stuck to their routine and their schedule during the year. All of those things matter.
It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And that one's good. Griffin's got his second basket of the game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
To the middle. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Barrett finds Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
This is the court awareness that gives you great hope for R.J. Barrett. He's a scorer, but if he can complement that with passing, look out, folks.
And it's blocked. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Griffin, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. This is his first free throw of the game.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Both free throws good from Griffin. Rockets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Webb. But they recover it. The three-pointer, no good. The Knicks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. And Griffin scores. The assist by Toppin. 10 points for Jay.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
A slow start here for Houston in this one. 6-point game. Back to Webb, and the layup falls.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Griffin draws the double. Stolen by Webb. Hunt with the bucket.
Wow, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim.
Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Boy, what great body control you saw there. Laying it up and in despite having the defense draped all over him.
Webb against Griffin.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
And Griffin slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game. They didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Levert against Barrett.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
For New York, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Rockets trail by 9. 1:33 left here in the first quarter. Here's Nixon. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And they get it. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. Houston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they would be thrilled.
And Griffin sends it back. And so in the game for the Rockets.
Gentlemen. My goodness, steps back.
That was incredible. Here's Ruiz. Another miss by Houston.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
They get it back. Toppin. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Webb the pass to Ruiz. Lays it up and banks it in.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
The Knicks leading by 13. Toppin passes to Griffin.
The pretty dunk brings down the house.
Gracious. As athletic a move as you're going to see right there. Unreal.
How about the hang time on that thing? Wow. Pass to Webb. Shoots over Griffin. No good that time. And New York will come the other way.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Got a piece of it. Griffin in position, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Webb the pass to Hunt. Houston moving the ball around. It's hauled in by Stewart. Now the Knicks with it. Big stretch here going 10-2. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Pelicans was all business. He finished with 49 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. .50 seconds left in the first half. Down low, and he jams it with authority.
Well, you can really see the playmaking evolving. When Karis LeVert is hitting wide open teammates, it shows how special he can be.
The shot's good from Griffin.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Knicks running away with it. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
R.J. Barrett is out there with Toppin. Then there's Jay, and it's Stewart in at the center position. That's the 5 for New York right now. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
Barrett the pass to Griffin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Both free throws good from Griffin. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Griffin with the steal. To the inside, and then Griffin with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Out to the right wing. Here's Ruiz. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And the Knicks making a change here. Conley's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Marks, he's checked in for Webb. The pass to Marks. It's deflected. Oh, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back doors. What about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And with small ball catching on, it's the rare team Doors that looks to go big and play bully ball. Why hasn't that approach been more popular?
Well, to me, Kevin, the NBA game is one that's in constant evolution. So right now the emphasis is three-point shooting, free throw opportunities, and restricted area opportunities. That seems to be the most efficient way to play the game of basketball. On the defensive end, what that requires is positionless players, guys in the post who can guard the perimeter, switchability. All the versatility you can bring to bear on the defensive end is significant, and so that's why bully ball becoming harder and harder to play in today's NBA.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Free throw line numbers for him, 6 of 7. Both teams deciding to change it up. Griffin hits them both. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Warren the pass to Marks. Back to Warren. LeVert with the wide open look. No good from outside. And the Knicks with possession. They're on an 11-3 run. Pass to Sampson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sampson's got 13.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
LeVert kicks to Warren. Chandler with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. 7 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Jenkins, and it falls over the rim and in. He's got 5.
And big men who can shoot really changes the dynamic of your offense.
It's almost gotten to the point where you have to be able to hit that face-up jumper nowadays. Very few exceptions to that rule.
And so it's the New York Knicks going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. They've got Lee, and it's Gilmore in at the shooting guard position. That's a 2 from Lee. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Chandler dishes to Thomas. 3-pointer, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, the man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
The Rockets shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Here's Lee. No good, unable to end this run.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Bucket is good. Griffin's got 46 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Lee. The offensive rebound. Here's Jenkins. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Thomas. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's Griffin. And another one falls.
50 points for him yet again, and I feel privileged to watch this guy go to work this season.
Now he is pulled even for the second most 50-point games in a single season. What a year it's been for him.
And to match 30 games of 50 points or more in a single season, it's unreal. That was a number that prime Wilt Chamberlain established back in 1963. Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And again, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Griffin with the steal. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And good. There's another.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Here's Gilmore, defended by Griffin. Throws it up high, and Jenkins throws it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Houston Rockets. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say, as a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special.
Exactly, born and raised.
A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree, by all accounts, he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Knicks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jay.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
The Rockets making a switch here. Jenkins checked in. Here's Gilmore, over by Conley, and Jenkins throws it down.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And it's blocked. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
And he makes the first. Griffin hits them both. .29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Griffith. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nance. Here's Griffith. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Gilmore passes to Lee. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
My granny, man, I ain't been the same since.